I believe, every day's a good day when you
Hello everybody, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Raja, Lion Joker, Butterscorch, Mama Lion, Zendro, welcome in. And Zen, 59 months, dude, that's crazy. Almost 5 years. I've been streaming for about 5 years, guys. How crazy is that? Absolute insanity. My draw, welcome in. Seems like they're setting up Spider-Man to be way stronger to deal with stuff coming in the future. Yeah. And Jean Grey is going to be in this movie. I wonder, is it going to be the... That's right. Okay, Zen. So, is the actress in the movie? Or is it a new who? I saw that there was an actress that was going to be in this movie that doesn't have a credited role, but is in the movie. And I can't remember if that was maybe one that would be Jean Grey. Yeah, the redhead girl from Stranger Things. Yep. Chipper Phoenix, welcome in. I can stay. I'm here lurking for at least... Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Chipper Phoenix. We're gonna continue working on these dudes. I can get them reasonably focused in. Alright. Today has been way too productive already. Not a fan. But I did record a YouTube video before I jumped on, so... Patreon members should see that this afternoon. And I might record an extra video or two this week to put up, but I need to figure out some ways to do it. Black Library app, yeah, 8 free books on the Black Library app. Yep, it just launched today, and they said if you download the app between now and like April 20th, I think, you get those 8 free books. They're kind of across the spectrum of Black Library stuff, so yeah, worth checking out. It's your spring breaks. You're getting a late start. Oh dang, that's kind of an early spring break. It seems like. Waiting on breakfast right now. That's legit. Wait, you're waiting on breakfast? Are you at a diner or something? You out getting breakfast? Because that sounds amazing. Caiaphas Cain books and anthology, so it's 3 books. Oh, okay. I saw like there's a Sanguinius book, which I assume is a heresy book. There's a Gotrek and Felix. I think it's one of the newer Gotrek and Felix books. Yeah, I didn't quite memorize the whole list, but yeah, Caiaphas Cain. I mean, I've always heard good things about Caiaphas Cain. So, Kids Spring Break is this week. Oh, dang. Okay. Painting Son, the Painting Wife Spring Break is the same week, and it's all in 2 weeks. Not next week, but the week after. Much needed. Oh man. All right. Welcome in, guys. Happy Wednesday. Oh, DoorDash. Okay. Texas last week. Yours is one of the last go. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So Texas spring break is early. I guess it probably gets a little warmer sooner in Texas than Ohio, so might be fair. We had snow yesterday. Snow. It's ridiculous. Well, and Monday. Sunday, I was out gardening. It was 70 degrees on Sunday. And we had snow Monday evening. No breaks till summer. Yeah, it's rough. Audiobooks are also free, but you have to claim them separately. Okay, good to know. Yeah, if you want the audiobooks. Had snow and sleet last night, and on Friday it's supposed to be 83. Yeah, that's what it's like here. Yeah, we're supposed to get up into the 70s. It's starting to warm up today. It was a low of like 18 this morning, and then it's getting up to the upper 30s today. But then by tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 60s. If you want them in a different language, you can set your preferences. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Alright. So you can claim them in different languages if you want. And we'll start learning French or German. Now's a good time. Not going back next year, so you've joining us September. You don't want to work just to pay for daycare. Okay. Oh well, congratulations on that. That's exciting. And that's awesome that you are. This is your last year then, huh? I wish you guys the best. And yeah, I totally get not wanting you to work just to pay for daycare. Like that's kind of ridiculous. 12 weeks today. Wow. All right. Hey, Quishy. Painting some Van Sar. Nice. That's cool. I've been listening through the Adeptus Ridiculous episodes about Necromunda. They had like a 3-part series on Necromunda. It's been really fun. But they were talking about the Van Sar last time I was listening to them. It's pregnancy. It's gonna go by so fast. Oh yeah, yeah. And painting-wise, pregnancy was fairly easy until that like final stretch was like super traumatic. Their son being born, so that was enough to where we were both kind of like, nah, one's enough. We don't want to go through that again. Got Star Wars Legion stuff showing up tomorrow. Nice. Not sure. I have a winter coming in. Not sure when it's gonna show. I have a boy and a girl. Oh, nice. Yeah, 3 girls before the boy. You know what? That's what happened with my 2 older brothers. Both had kids, and it was 3 girls in a row, and then my son was born. And I think my mom is a little biased. She raised 3 boys, so for her it was just like taking a step back in time, I guess. My son was born, so I also told my brothers they have weak genetics, so that was good. Hey, Tuvon, what's going on? Thank you so much for the sub. A girl and we do. Dad knew he called it before I told him. Oh, dang. All right. Girls, please tell me I'm multiple. Yeah, Mydro, yeah. Absolute madman, yeah. Scroll with close. Yeah, yeah. That's fair, Mama Lion. Yeah, it's good. It's always good to have like a good support structure, right? Like that's so important. Just trying to finish these minis today. See, told my mom, tell my dad. Surprising. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Oh man, trying to get those done before you get hyper fixated on the Star Wars Legion. Yeah, that's fair. You know, I was watching. I watched those Archon Studios did a little like rules breakdown of the StarCraft game, which I'm not particularly interested in, but I was watching the video, and that game pulls a lot of influence from Star Wars Legion. A lot of influence from it. You can definitely see, which I think is good. It's a great game to take your influence from. So, okay, we did some green there. Let's do this. Death Guard list game last night. List as a meme. Pulled out 70 points. Still lost. Oh, okay. So it wasn't quite as bad as you thought it would be. That's good. That's cool though. Vehicle lists are fun. Expected like 40-50 max. Yeah. Oh, I have to submit a list for my tournament on Saturday. My Middle Earth tournament. I'm once again going into a tournament woefully underprepared. But that's apparently just what I do anymore, so... It's a... Middle Earth, I've played two of any game, full or not, 2 games of the new edition of Middle Earth, which it's always been very similar. The editions are always very similar between Middle Earth editions, but still, I'm sure I'm going to run into a bunch of stuff. I have no idea what's going on. My Mimi and Up are going with it's more of a real list. Yeah. Get some brown gray wash here. Yep, I'm playing my dwarves, my Khazad-dûm dwarves. That's the plan. You know, the last Middle-earth tournament I went to was like 2 years ago. And I took a meme list, and it was the Fellowship of the Ring. Who were not like good competitively, but they're cool. And I was like, yeah, I just want to bring like 5 models to the game and just have fun and not worry about having to paint anything. And I already have the Fellowship painted, so it's all good. And I showed up and I won the tournament. And this time I was like, should I bring the Fellowship again? Well, the Fellowship at this point in this new edition, they are super good. They're like one of the strongest lists you can bring. And so I actually decided against it for that reason. I didn't want to bring the strongest list. Although the dwarves that I'm bringing are also really strong. So, but those are the 2 armies that I have. Okay, let's see.
Let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your
Hey, MTG Godly, welcome in. How are you doing? Let's, you know what, before I get... Let's put a little more paint down here. I'm gonna get this, this rock here. Start that going because we're gonna base these guys. Yeah, we'll see. Have to get my list submitted this afternoon. Building your second army. What's your first army and what's your second army? What you working on? Always exciting. I have way too many armies. Oh, Grey Knights, you're working on orcs. Okay. This is a good time to be working on orcs, because they're about to get a bunch of new minis with the Armageddon expansion, and then they're supposed to be in the 11th edition starter box, so if you're an orc fan, it's the way to go. Grey Knight list might be cooked. Why is that? Alright. Easy enough. Come back and deal with that later. Let's get our next highlight. So we have a couple colors. I'm going to start with this green. Let me make sure I do this green properly. There you are. Okay. Yep. So we're going to put down this bright green. there's lots of green tubes and such. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put down this black-green first. I already have a base coat of black-green on everything, but see if I need any touch-ups or if I missed something. Let's see, that's our black-green. There's some black-green. There and down there. Going up around there. Okay, that's all the green on that guy. This one. Two little tubes I missed. Yep. How to get into doing commission work? So part of it was like, I started doing commissions just kind of on like happenstance. Like it wasn't like a planned thing until it was. So the first like commission I got was actually when I was playing Star Wars Legion. I was getting into Star Wars Legion, and I bought the core set. It was the original core set with the Rebels versus the Empire, which had some very like actually kind of garbage looking sculpts. But I got in that set, and I was painting my Rebels, and I was kind of just slowly working on them because I had like a real job and everything, and so I was kind of working through those, and I brought them. Someone asked for like a learning game at a local store, so we met, and I had like my half painted Rebels with me, and I was setting things up, and we were kind of getting ready to play. And another guy I knew, I played Star Wars Armada with him regularly. He walks past and sees my minis, and he's like, "Whoa." He's like, "Did you paint those?" And I was like, "Well," I was like, they're not finished, so like don't judge them too harshly or whatever." He's like, "No," he's like, "Those are awesome looking. Like those are so cool." He was like, "I was getting into Legion and have never painted minis before. Would you be willing to paint my minis?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, like maybe." He's like, "Hey," he's like, "just send me a message and give me a price, and I'll get you the minis." And I was like, "What?" Like, did that really just happen? Like, my half-painted minis on the table, like, they weren't that great looking. I think it was more like they looked pretty good, and that guy had never, like, he'd never played a game with painted minis before. But, yeah, so I sent him a message that, later I was like, this is way too low, but I sent him a message to paint his core set, and then there was another guy that heard that I painted this first guy's miniatures, and then he messaged me about painting his Star Wars Legion core set, so I painted that. And then I eventually did like a third set, and then it was just kind of like little things I was doing for people here and there. Until I got laid off from my job in 2020, and I got a new job at the end of 2020, and I was trying to start a new career and everything, like trying to get into like IT or whatever. And I actually met Zendral at this place, and Zendral he looked at me, he's like, "This dude plays Warhammer." And I was not technically playing Warhammer at the time, but I was like painting and playing Star Wars Legion and stuff. But he asked me if I painted miniatures, and I showed him like a Darth Maul I painted, and he thought it was really cool, and he convinced me to try streaming so he could watch me paint. And so I made an account and started streaming on Twitch, and then within a couple months, that job that we were both working was like horrible. I didn't want to do it, and I had all this like whole like I had this jealousy thing going on with, you know, my wife being able to be home with my son during the summer and I'm not, and you know, this whole thing. So we had a talk and ended up deciding to quit my job and try to stream and paint minis full time. And I have been doing it ever since. Yeah, my thought was essentially I would paint minis as a commission, and then I would stream occasionally, and I just stream painting commission minis. It'd be my way of, you know, double dipping or whatever, but kind of thing I was doing. I've overdone with the Terminators. Nah, you're good. You're good with the Terminators. Welcome back, Zen. All kinds of these tubes or cables or whatever around them. Why a Tech Marine for MTG Godly? Why not? Tech Marines are cool. That's why. So there was a new trailer for Dune Part 3. Well, I guess its first trailer came out yesterday. There was a trailer for Spider-Man, I think it's called Brand New Day, that came out this morning, and I found out that Invincible Season 4 started today. I watched the trailers, but I haven't watched Invincible yet, so excited to get that. Show's so good. Haven't seen Dune. Yeah, Dune's really good. Those movies are really good. Like Spider-Man movie than MCU movie, yeah. I thought it looked good. Get these things here. Lots of that green, and we're going to go through to a second coat. Some of this. If Hulk remembers Spidey, even though Bruce doesn't. Oh, that'd be a cool bit, yeah. That might be the case. What green is that? This is Pro Acryl Green. I was going to use the bright green, but this one just seemed like a better transition. Just your basic Pro Acryl Green. It's so green. Yeah, yeah. Especially the classic Pro Acryl colors are so vibrant. They're crazy vibrant. Like this is their green. It looks a little brighter. It's a little more like saturated in person, and then this is the bright green. Yeah, it's a great color. Hey, Jaded Valkyrie, welcome in. And so I'm going to go bright yellow green here. The last two major highlights I'll have, I need to like paint the one dude's tongue. And then we'll have silver and gold to highlight. Will be our last big ones. So I'm doing well. Yeah. How are you? Let's do a simpler one here. Maybe I'll spend money on paints. TPB, the painting. What now? What are you calling me? Caps for bottle? Why has to drop things? I feel like they give too much. Monument sells different caps for their bottles. It's like $5 or $6 for 10, and they have these flip tops. And I like the flip tops because you can set them upside down. Like, look at that. It's great. And then they also, they get like individual drops out really easy. Yeah, those are my preference. I think almost hurts my eyes. Yeah, just as Slanesh intended. What's going on? So very pink. Just got back from a hike. Feel great. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's good for you, though. It's good stuff. Want more stuff? They just sent me a huge order. I didn't know I needed to specify. Oh, no. Well, you don't, so you can't just order the paint with the different cap. You have to buy the caps separate. Yeah, I personally feel like they would be much better served if they kept these caps as their standard. But they like their little pointy twist caps for some reason. Yeah, the flip caps. Yep. It's the way to go. Option, but yeah, no, they're just ones that Monument sells. And my local store keeps them in stock. That's where I buy them. And I imagine it seems like a pretty simple thing, but I don't think everyone thinks of this. What I do is I go through paint a lot more than probably your average person. But whenever I replace a paint bottle, I buy the new paint and I just swap to the flip top cap. So it's not like I'm buying a flip top cap every time I buy a replacement bottle of paint. So it's a one-time purchase for that color. And that's it. Yep. You paint one for that. So Tuvon, if you have those points, I'm impressed. You got the 150k. So you redeem it, and you either get me a miniature, so you send one to me, or you let me know what you want and pay for the miniature. I'll buy it in my LGS, but I will paint that one miniature and I'll send it to you. That is what that's for. Now just keep in mind it's not a squad of miniatures. It's a single miniature. And, you know, characters are... oh, you're 10% of the way there. Oh, okay. I was about to say, dang, man. Yep, so it's essentially just a free, you know, free commission. All right, 23. Nice, nice. Greenleaf, what's going on? Okay. I'll put that green back. I guess we do our silver here. It's the time to get him to paint it tight. Yes. So what I did tell people was I will paint what you send me, but if people are sending me ridiculous things, something that's, you know, yeah, like a Titan, I will say a Titan or something crazy, I will paint that thing, and then I will just cancel the channel points for people in the future. So you know, we need to paint like a cool character or something. That's kind of what it's made for. Not necessarily made for me to spend a month of my life painting something for someone for free. The life-size statue of Horus, yeah. Gaz the Prophet. Yeah, Gazco would be a cool mini to paint. You know, people were complaining that I didn't have anything to spend their points on, so I made that, and then one person spent their points and then never messaged me for stuff they wanted me to paint for them. That's where we've gotten. So, no excuses, I guess. Typhus? Loyalist Primarch or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yep. So my condition is that you know, you are buying the mini. I'll ship it to you for free, but you're buying the mini. I'm just gonna paint it. So she has a harder time painting your models. Yeah, there you go. Trajan? Yeah. That'd be cool. I'll be in a Custodes painting mood, maybe, by the time you're ready. This whole sword. Silver, and then we'll... Gaz primed, waiting on the shelf. I don't, unfortunately, have a random Gazcool mini just sitting on my shelf, but yeah, that means I would have spent my own money on it, and I would ask someone to please pay me for the mini. But I would buy you one and assemble it for you. Won't be pulling old minis I've had on the shelf to paint for people who stuck around long enough to get 150k channel points. Could I send it? I got it back. I mean, you could send it. What if you had one? Yeah, you could send it. Yeah. And if you really want me to just paint a mini for you as like a commission, then we can talk about that too. I'd say just send me a message. Find me on Discord or something. It's the way I communicate with most people. But you straight up want that. If you just want a free commission, then you're going to be waiting for a bit. I will say that subscribing and sending gift subs are a fast way to increase your channel points. So. $150K will still take time. Be a mini or only... Nah, it could be any mini. Yep, mods are eligible. Yep. Zed's probably sitting on like 300K points. Hey, Frankie Fingers, welcome. 424,000. Oh, that's ridiculous. What's up, Shiny Mew? That's a crazy amount of points. Then saving up to get the squad saved, the squad painted. Conquest Uroni minis, they look amazing, yeah. Conquest is not quite my jam, but I have assembled some Conquest minis. I haven't painted one. Just need the backpack. This color, we'll get a brighter silver and do the blade or something. Okay, good enough. Oh, okay, okay. AT Slayer, welcome in. They released a new Thomas and Friends game that lets you run the trains on the island of Sodor. Please send help. I can't afford it, but I want it. Oh, okay. Anybody want to help John Lockridge buy his Thomas and Friends game? It's so bad, John. I can't tell if you're joking. I have a suspicion that you're joking, but I'm just going to decide to take everything at face value. Not joking. I don't joke about Thomas. Okay, okay. Joe, man, I don't know. I don't know what you're about. Okay. That's it for the silver on him. Oh, off to meeting. All right. Have a good one. Right back, guys. Silver on the next mini. About that Thomas life. Alright. Mark II helmets? Do you paint the grill a separate color? That is totally up to you. I guess you can or you don't have to. Can mix it up. Not a very helpful answer, I understand, but... My Thousand Suns, some of them I keep the grills red, some of them I paint white, and some I paint gold. And I think it's just to like the ear point, right? Where I paint. Sir Stroming Fish, welcome in. How are you doing? Just working through the silver here. Same. Nice. You gonna have that terror squad done by Friday? No? Dang. Alright. Just the backpack. Also get a brighter silver out. Ready. Goal is to mail these out tomorrow. Close. Got magic tonight to work on them all day tomorrow. Might get the base coats done. Okay, that's fair. They take so long to paint. Yeah. Each layer has to be perfectly excessive. Yeah. Chaos minis in general take forever to paint. I do think the Emperor's Children are among the, say, the easier to paint. Because they don't have quite as many mutations all over, so you're not, you're painting a little bit of skin, I guess, but you're not painting like, you know, armor melded into flesh on every mini like you do even with like the your basic like Chaos Legionnaire models. You're doing that a bunch. So, good for you. Seem to be quite perfect enough. No, they don't. I think the weirdest thing about this unit is that none of them are wearing gloves. And for some reason that bothers me a lot. Walk around in full power armor and then you just have like your hands out. Seems incredibly unsafe. Yeah, no, they're just gonna get their hands blown off. That's what's gonna happen. Ooh, okay, so Games Workshop finally announced their the Adepticon preview. So it is the 25th of March. It's a week from today. 8 p.m. Central Daylight. So Eastern Daylight's 9 p.m. And I think it's going to be 2 hours long. And it's going to have 40k, Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, Kill Team, and Warhammer Underworld. Those are the announcements. No Old World, which I'm surprised about. They have a video. I haven't watched the video yet, but 11th edition is the obvious one. They're going to preview 11th edition. They lost them challenging other guys to duels. No, that's next week. Next week. The 25th. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stream this announcement or this GW stream. I'm going to do our regularly scheduled Patreon hangout, and I think Patreon hangout is going to watch it together. So that's what we're doing. Got a meeting in 15. Okay. Do you have Flonase? That might be the reason. That's a good point. Might help you at least. Watching these videos, could you pause and analyze everything? Yeah, I'll just wait 3 hours and someone else will already have picked out all the hints and post a video about it. So yeah, I think my prediction, 11th edition 40k getting an announcement. Also, I think Armageddon will get the Armageddon campaign book will get its big announcement for 40k. I don't know about Age of Sigmar. I know Age of Sigmar is supposed to have a new set with Eshin, Skaven, and Cities of Sigmar land ships and stuff, so that might be a thing. Horus Heresy, I have things I'm hoping for, and yeah, but honestly, with Custodes coming out already, it's kind of open-ended with Heresy. So another journal will be a Jade Valkyrie. It's next week. The preview is next week. Yep, not tonight. It's next week. Regardless of where you guys are on Wednesday night, and if you're not able to join the Patreon hangout, we will absolutely be talking about it all stream on Thursday. Yeah. But anyway, with Horus Heresy, I am somewhat expecting Legion specific plastics to be announced at Adepticon. And I think it'll be Sons of Horus, like Abaddon and the Justaeran Terminators, I think will be the first of them. That's one of the things I'm expecting. I'm also expecting something else, and I'm hoping it's a Solar Auxilia wave. I hope they're getting, Ogryn, and there's like 4 or 5 units that Solar Aux need in plastic before, like, they're basically done. They need their Rapier teams, they need Ogryn, they need a couple vehicles. Adepticon is 100% 11th edition. Just like, yeah, it'll be just like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's going to be 11th, big 11th announcement. Probably close to an hour on 11th edition announcements. So my guess, they're going to do 40k first, and it's going to be announcing the Armageddon campaign book. The last campaign book, blah, blah, blah. Here's new orc character, all that stuff. Okay, cool. Then they're going to do everything else, and then they're going to come back to 40k. I don't know if Dark Mech will get their announcement here. I think there's a possibility. I'm thinking it's too soon with them coming out with Custodes to come out with Dark Mech. I do think Dark Mech is coming. They essentially said it in that article earlier this week, right? Or was that last? It was this week, wasn't it? A lot to reveal in one show. Yeah, no, they're going to do it. Yeah. Maybe hint at it. At 11th? No, they're going to spend a good, 40 minutes on it. But it's a 2-hour preview show. They have 2 hours set aside for this. So it's basically going to be an hour of 40k and then an hour of Age of Sigmar, Heresy, Kill Team, and Underworld, which isn't too unreasonable for the others. Yeah. Frankie DeFish, everybody wants Armageddon Steel Legion. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's what we all want. And we're all hoping for, but... I take a nap soon. Alright, Quishy. A nap sounds incredible. I'm a little jealous. Dark Mech shows up. It's time to start a Chaos Army. Yeah, Dark Mech is not showing up in 40k, though. They're going to be 30k. And the 40k players will weep and gnash their teeth. Well, Vostroyans? I was never a huge fan of Vostroyans. I liked the... Steel Legion were probably my favorite. Next to Krieg and the Elysian drop troops. He's painting for a motorcycle. Yeah, yep. Orcs getting biker models. Well, that's one of the rumors. Is it Wazdaka? Is that his name? The motorcycle orc character that apparently killed a warlord titan. That dude's coming for the campaign book. So, yeah. Oh man, I gotta watch this video and analyze it now, don't I? It's 4 minutes. It's too long. Been poisoned by YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. Can't handle a video over 30 seconds long. And adding at least one new army per edition, Dark Mech makes sense. Yeah, they do make sense, but I think there would be a Traitor Guard faction before Dark Mech. For 40k at least. But no, Dark Mech for 30k is definitely happening. It's just a matter of when. And it's definitely happening before 40k Dark Mech. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if GW released Dark Mech for both games at the same time, but they were completely different lines of miniatures? The absolute fury and confusion from everybody. Novels for 40k. It's years out, if at all. Yeah. Yeah, Frankie, I agree. Yeah, for 40k, it might happen in 40k, but it's going to be years down the line. 30k, it's maybe this year. Maybe this year for 30k. I know there were rumors at one point of Heresy Marines getting Recon Marines as a plastic kit, which would be nice, but that definitely seems like a Mark 6 thing, right? Like we pictured any Mark 4 or Mark 6, but I imagine to be like an upgrade set that can kind of go with any of them. A Mark 3 Recon Marine would be kind of funny to see. Well, like tanky and heavy armored. You know, only one model. Yeah, and we all know which model line would be good if Dark Mech came out for both games, right? It'd follow the trend. It'd be the 30k Dark Mech that would have all the cool minis. They already released Faction Leader and Vashtor. Rumors swirling around 40k Dark Mech. The thing about 40k Dark Mech rumors, John Lockridge, is that that's been a rumor for the past like 15 years. So, while I'm sure it's in the plans and coming, I don't think that it's any closer to coming about than it was 5 years ago. Yeah, 40k get a guy in stilts with a black coat. For real though, I saw the the new Skitarii minis that came out for Mechanicum. I guess to their own faction, but the big jumpy kind of stilt looking guys for 30k. Those minis look incredible in person. They're kind of mean looking. I was surprised. I thought they would be a lot more goofy in the pictures. The GW's promo pictures and like paint schemes just don't do those justice. Yeah, they're pretty sweet looking. Just about done with this silver. Do something here. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do. What color do I want? Okay, we're gonna take Dark Umber. Before we move on to our gold and our little bits of highlights on some other stuff, get some other paint out. Yeah, yes, and someone of my local group shared a picture. They were really didn't like the Skitarii when they were announced, and so they bought the classic like Skitarii Ranger minis or whatever they are, the 40k ones, the AdMech ones, and painted those up to use as Skitarii. And they're like, well, I'll just use these ones because they look better. Well, then they ended up buying that box anyway because it had the other stuff in it, they're Mechanicum players, so they got it, but they wanted the flying thing, the Vulturax. And they started assembling the Skitarii, and it's like a night and day difference with how good these minis look next to each other. The Admech Skitarii Rangers look pretty bad next to the newer Skitarii. I might steal this picture. I'll post it. Yeah, let me... I'll post it on Discord. There. It's that comparison picture. There it is. Alright. Just in general, look at the difference in these two minis. Like the quality difference. Get on Discord and just look at it. Putting some brown down because we're going to end up putting like Martian base material on these, so that's what we're going to give this time to dry. The jacket threw me off. Upper torso, the helmet, the gun look fantastic. Yeah, the robot horse legs are definitely like the weirdest part of those minis. Hey, what's up, Star Laser? How you doing? Not a fan of the MLB line like Zen? Is there the MLB like Zen? Is that what you're saying? My Little Bronies? Is that MLB? Oh man, okay, alright. So, you guys ready for some analysis? That video... Man, can I pull that video up? And can we just watch it? We'll do that. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna analyze this because Solar Aux is happening. And Blood Angels in 40k and 30k? Forms? Lots of orc things. Mechanicum stuff, or Mechanicus. I don't know, is that Ideneth Deepkin things? I don't know what that thing is, but yeah, there's things happening on that. All the patches, yeah, yep. There's a Solar Aux patch, which has me pumped because that's one of the, I think that's the most like necessary thing that needs to come to Heresy is like another Solar Aux release. So I am very excited about that. This is the second time this has happened to me. That paint dried up in there. Weird. Weird. Should also sell the patches. Yeah, it'd be cool. Oh. Yep, yeah. Get some of that up. What was that flesh wash that had some dried paint on it? It was a little weird the other day. Battletech sells faction patches? Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Frankie the Fish, yeah. I know they're showing off these patches. Some of them look like they're homemade, but other ones look pretty legit, honestly. Okay, so we just have our basic Pro Acryl Silver, and we're gonna hit the edge of these blades. If you go to Warcom's website, we're gonna watch it in a little bit. Okay, we're gonna watch that video here when I finish these minis up. Then we'll stop it and talk about it. But Games Workshop put out a video for their official, like, you know, hey, here's our video talking about our announcement stream next week. Why is Zen catching strays? Because people, man, Culture American hates Zen. He hates pure, innocent Zendral. Also, what's up, Ghost Hawks? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Okay, yeah, just an extra Widow Silver. All about the chaos, yeah. I imagine it's a video you can watch, and I'm sure by tomorrow afternoon there's going to be 100 different videos and analyzing all the things about it. Eight poor Zen. Yeah, exactly. He didn't do nothing to nobody. Okay, bit of silver here. Let's get our gold. When this dries, let's see, this one needs to dry soon because I want to put a wash. I could actually put that wash on right now. Let's do that. I already have a wash ready. We gotta get the official. Yeah. About your upcoming stream feels like having a meeting about a meeting. Yep. Well, if we know anything about like corporate structures, they love doing a meeting about a meeting. But I understand that, you know, they want to get as many people in the stream as possible because it looks good for them. So making a quick little video, and you know, make it funny and people are talking about it, and Games Workshop fans are ravenous about any kind of like early look at anything, so it gives YouTubers a chance to just talk about it incessantly all week, and the weird Twitch streamers and stuff that can just, yeah, it drives discussion about their product. Ooh, where am I looking? Yeah, rumor is Blood Angels versus Orcs, which this seems like it's might be happening, right? I've been in meetings about meetings, yeah. Finished? Alright, Future Snow. Oh, Future Snow's a great painter. So let's see what Future Snow's got. Future Snow, are you Aaron Browning in Discord? Is that you? Oh, it's not uploading yet. Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. You let me know. Your Storm. Oh, I see it. Okay. This is you. Oh, cool. It's Medusa Lady. What is that from? That's a great looking mini. Give their wings back, GW. From D&D, a Medusa. Wow, that's great looking. Oh, I love the like turquoise between her snake body and like her hair and everything. They're two great colors. Her weapons are really cool too. That looks super delicate. Nice work, Future Snow. Very nice work. Guys, check out Future Snow's mini. They posted as Storm in finished projects. The tattoos are very hard to paint. So, kudos painting those. I painted tattoos on one mini. I got the Gotrek mini years ago and painted it on stream, and I remember spending forever painting the tattoos on him. Great Marathi proxy. Yeah, yep. I was thinking it was something for like Daughters of Cain for a minute. But yeah, seriously, great job, Future Snow. Great job. Hey guys, thank you for chiming in with the compliments. That's always nice. Okay, I'll be back in just a second, guys. Okay, you ready? Let's paint. We're using bright gold over just some flat, rich gold here. We're gonna come back at it with a little edge highlight of white gold. Is the color I use a lot on my Thousand Suns. It's what I use to highlight my Thousand Suns. White gold. I'm all hyped for next Wednesday now. I literally saw a screenshot and I was like, it's time. If you guys learn anything about me, it's that ever since I was like 12 and just getting into this hobby, it's probably my ADHD that goes crazy here, but I have always been like obsessed with like the news and rumors side of this hobby, like trying to find things out early and analyzing, you know, like who's saying what rumors and you know what's the honesty or the accuracy rate of particular rumor mongers, and that has always been a thing I've been super interested in. So I love this kind of stuff. There's the snake's fantastic as well. Yeah, that kind of stuff, like scales and snakes and everything, are either like a ton of fun to paint, some of the most fun you'll ever have painting minis, or they're absolutely miserable. And I hope yours were more of the fun sort. I do think contrast paint made made painting those kind of organics with like a lot of like highly textured organics made a lot more fun. So a feeling of not being good enough. Yeah. Hey, we all have that feeling. Future Snow. You're not alone in that. Just remember, you're not painting for competitions, are you? Like, if you're out there trying to get Golden Demon awards and stuff for your painting and everything, then not being good enough might be a relevant thing, but otherwise, like, this is a hobby. You think of like people that collect stamps. Are stamp collectors ever like, man, I'm not good enough, I don't have these stamps, like this particular stamp, I'm not a good stamp collector? It's like, it's a hobby, right? Yeah, being good enough for what you want to do. Yeah, and that's something that you take time, you try to enjoy what you're doing. You gotta enjoy the journey, right? So hype this time. My army's Blood Angels, and my daughter likes Orcs. Oh, that's so awesome, Frankie to Fish. Yeah. Excited when I mentioned New York. I didn't even care if the edition sucks. I'll be painting it with my kid. Yeah. That's so great, Frankie. Yeah. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I honestly wasn't planning on grabbing the new edition box set, but that may be subject to change. I feel like I have almost a responsibility to try out the new edition. Is that crazy? I'm gonna try out the new edition. I might as well get the new stuff and paint it. Yes, it is crazy. Yeah. Another mini, but a tiny small one. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I think the important thing is, Future Snow, if you're wanting to get better, is that, are you improving? And even if you are improving, it might not be reflected in necessarily like every mini that you paint. But if you feel like you're improving, that's what really matters. Oh, yeah, I see the other one. Okay. Yeah, your other mini. Oh, it looks cool, too. The diamond jacket's really neat. Yeah, great work. Meeting to discuss future meetings. I love it. Love it, dude. We were just talking about that in the GW preview video that I think I'm going to play on stream, and we're going to try to analyze it a little bit. Reason a brush would have a single bristle that sticks above the rest. Little curly Q. Snip it, it comes back. Oh, weird. I don't know. Yeah. Is that a synthetic brush? Normally, natural hair brushes don't curl in too much. Not like a common thing with them. But the thing I would think about is you may have like pulled it before you cut it, and it pulled out another bristle. Oh, a tracer bristle. Yeah, okay. Yep. Brushes are haunted. Okay, let's get some white gold here. Then I also want to get out magenta. There's our white gold. The brush knows what it wants. Keeps coming back. Order me a new model carrier for my birthday. Should be here either today or tomorrow. Cool. What did you get? Is it one of the Jukosi cases or whatever? I got one of those recently. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Like, I snip it, I get a half dozen or so brushstrokes. It's back. That's wild. I have no idea. I think you need to learn how to live with the little tracer bristle then. Knockoff version of the Jukosi carriers she got on a TikTok shop. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Hopefully she got a good deal on it. Hopefully it's good quality too. You'll have to keep us updated. Break. My detail brush was one single bristle with curly Q, nothing else. Tracer bristle outlived everything else. That's funny. I do have one transfer I'll need to put on these minis. It was that guy I just finished. He doesn't have this shoulder pauldron with the Willith type thing going on, so we'll need to put one on. Okay. What did I say I had to do? Don't even remember what it was. Let me get... was this magenta here? Oh, the transfer. I'll put transfer on them. Yeah, yes. I'm just completely forgetting. I want this tongue to be a different color than the rest of it. Rest of the pink on this mini. Yeah, John Lockridge. We're gonna watch it in a little bit, and we're gonna analyze it. We're gonna break it down. Okay, for the transfer, it was over here. 1 second. Okay, transfer sheet. Be right back. Let me get some water. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I totally wasn't talking for 10 minutes while working and forgot to turn my mic back on. Nope. Definitely not something that just happened. Alright, let's get the next one. So I got that one transfer on, so that'll take its own time to dry. We'll do this. The last things I'll have to do with this mini in general is just finishing up the basing on it. It'll basically just be painting this as it dries, hopefully this evening. It should be by this evening. And I'll paint it during the hangout. Maybe, or before. No, it won't be before. Painting Sun has a choir concert tonight, which is really exciting. He's excited. He's nervous, but he's really excited. He's sad. This is his last choir thing this year, and he doesn't want it to end. No, I was just explaining everything I was doing to everybody while completely mute. That's all. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. Alright. Zen, you said the Sauron deck is bad? Like it's not good? Or it's bad as in you're not going to make any friends playing it? Veritech, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, here in a few minutes, we're gonna watch the Adepticon preview show, and we're gonna try to find all the little hints. We're gonna make some predictions. Base Commander deck. That's probably what Zen's talking about too. I know he got some Lord of the Rings decks recently. An ant, get out of here, ant. I swear it's impossible to keep ants out. Not good. Everything's expensive to cast. You just play a land and pass. You gotta build up, dude. That's what you gotta do. Okay. Amass and Orc Army. I mean, that sounds awesome, though. One of the hints wasn't very little. Okay. Alright. Predict I will not be there this year. Hoping to be there next year. Oh, okay. Okay. Adepticon next year. Nice. Applying for a painting job. Promise to get the tiniest details done right. Listen, if I could be friends with the ants, I would be friends with the ants. I think ants are super cool and fascinating. AKA Former, what's going on? Alright, well, we got these guys all kind of done. While that's drying, we are going to find a fancy preview video, if that's cool with you guys. Yeah, that's the video. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. The neighborhood when I released my loyal army of ants, I raised their colony in my basement. Yeah. He's hungry. That's why he's licking the blade. Alright, former. Alright. Okay. We're gonna try to make this work. Let's see. Does that work? Kinda works. We're gonna be all jank about it. Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? Can everybody see this? My bad. Ignore that. Alright, so we're gonna play this. I'll turn up a little bit. Here we go. Might be pausing it here. Blood Angels in the background. Just throwing that up there. That's a Contemptor. That's 30k. So, there. He's painting miniatures. There's going to be miniatures also. Is that Space Wolves? I hate this guy. I don't like him already.
What the?
Motorcycles. So, I think that's the, is it Wazdaka? That's been the rumor that Wazdaka's coming back. And also, that's a Solar Auxilia patch. So, Solar Aux in this preview. I can't tell what is that. That's not White Scars, is it? What is that? The color red? Yeah. Let's see.
Eddie! Adam?
That's an Orc patch, right? Is that Aegis Sigmar? I would guess that's like Idoneth Deepkin or something. And then more Blood Angels. So, they're all a thing. Those are I guess more patches. Evil Sons. Yeah, Evil Sons and Blood Angels. Which that's the Ring Game symbol. This one? Evil Sun's low on the back, and the Speed Freaks on the front is Wazdaka. Okay, Blood Angels patch, 11th edition, rumored paint scheme for the Space Marines. Oh, it's that thing? Yeah, you hold the little ring. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what that is. You just hold the ring below your waist, yeah, and yeah.
Do you like my new jacket?
Does that say Armageddon?
Never mind that. I've got one for you.
Yeah, Armageddon.
Come on.
Yep. The red. That's a moped. That's not a motorcycle. What is this? Anyway, yep. Orcs on bikes. Evil Sons. There we go. Or Sea of Speed Freaks.
It's a long way to the preview.
Oh my word. Okay. Oh, there you go. All right. It's the preview. I think if we go all the way... He's got a Sentinel, which is a guard. Ultramarines helmet, of course. That's a Space Wolf Contemptor. What is he painting? What is that? I can't tell what that is. Random blob of something. It's an AI video, guys. This is GW's putting out AI videos now. That's what this is. Probably got like 4 fingers or something too. Yeah. So, just the top comment on here is, I can't believe he left the paint pot open. It'll dry out. That's what they want you to do, guys. That's what they want. Is that Lieutenant Titus's head? Oh, okay. That's his helmet up here. That's what this is. Nice. Yeah, just product placement. I do think the extra Blood Angels, these might also be chapters involved with Armageddon, but the fact that they're contemptors are, you know, the thing. But again, yeah, just like Joy Toy stuff, right?
What the?
Eddie!
What are these patches? What are these? That's Speed Freaks? Is that Speed Freaks? That's Solar Ox. I don't know what some of these are. I don't know what that is, or that one, or that one. That's a gear with wings. That's got to be Admech or something, right? I don't think any of this is Old World. A lot of this is Heresy, probably. Yeah, there's probably a lot of Heresy stuff. There's also a patch on this sleeve here.
Hey!
See, he puts his hand down. You can't really see it.
Do you like my new jacket?
Does that say Armageddon?
Never mind,
Show us
Matt.
the
I've
patch.
got one for you.
Oh, no, I missed it. It's a lightning bolt with a wrench. That one. That's a guard patch, isn't it? That's an Imperial Guard patch, right? This one? I feel like I have old transfers with this symbol on it. Seems like it to you. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Let me grab my I'm gonna grab my transfer box. I gotta look through these old transfers real quick. We gotta see. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of transfers. I just need to dig down deep enough to find the relevant ones. These are night transfers. Those are Imperial Guard ones. Okay, that's not quite what I was thinking. That's also old Imperial Guard transfers. Maybe they don't. Maybe the wrench and lightning bolt isn't a guard transfer. It looks a lot like them, though. Yeah, those are cool patches, though. What else? None of these are Votan things. Where did I have like 60 sheets of Votan transfers? Okay. Pretty crazy rumor this morning. I don't know how substantiated. So Reddit seems to have been written by someone close to, apparently, allegedly, these two guys are going to host the preview. Wow! Oh, man. Mad I read that out loud. Alright, hold on, let's see. Okay. Get over there while you dry. So, Imperial Guard transfers. This is an old tank transfer. I don't know if this is the current tank transfer sheet or not. I was thinking of something like this. But that's not a wrench. It is a wrench with a lightning bolt. And I don't think it's White Scars. But there's lots of... These are like similar lightning bolts to what's on that. That lightning bolt is very similar to the one. Yeah, it could be Steel Legion. So we gotta look. What is Armageddon Steel Legion's symbol? They are a lightning bolt. I think it's a lightning bolt with a circle. The lightning bolt with the wrench is an orc symbol, actually. Really? So lightning bolt with iffy connotations. There's a couple different lightning bolt symbols. The flaming wheel is another one that partially makes you think of Speed Freaks because it's red and yellow, but also I would think of like Tomb Kings and like chariots and stuff. But then again, Old World isn't part of this preview, so yeah. They ride that back on stage. That would be incredible if they rode that onto the stage. Yeah, that'd be sweet. This little moped. How would they get that into Adepticon though? That's the question. Well, these are slowly drying. They'll start to crackle and everything, and then I will just need to, yeah, some little dry brushes, some varnishes. Be about ready. Base rims. Be about ready. Decal sheet sails. Tried the other day. Silver skulls on black silver shoulder pads. Oh, that's too bad, Troy. There are like third parties that sell transfer sheets, though. Fake riding a bike, yeah. Backstage 41 kid said. That'd be so funny. And they're wearing the same outfits like they rode all the way from the UK. From whatever that was. Giant estate. Apparently the one dude that hosts these shows is Charles Xavier. Who would have thought? He was into Warhammer. But yeah, it'd be pretty funny. We'll see. So, motorcycles are a theme here. Motorcycles, Blood Angels Orcs, Solar Auxilia, weird maybe Eldar or Age of Sigmar symbols. He'd be in Long Island. Yeah, isn't that where he lives? But no, he lives in England now. And he paints Warhammers and has Lieutenant Titus's helmet in his study. And leaves his paint pots open because he's rich and he can do that. White Scars Tech Marine on a bike. That's their new mini. Yeah, that'd be great. Nobody else gets a Tech Marine on a bike, just White Scars. And you have to play White Scars to use that Tech Marine on a bike. That'd be awesome, actually. Have I used Apothecary White? Yeah, I used to use Apothecary White quite a bit. I haven't used it in some time. My bottle might be all nasty at this point. I actually prefer, was it Soulblight Grey? I think was a little better. It came out later as a wash or a contrast, and I think it was a little better at what it was trying to do than Apothecary White. Yeah, Apothecary is a little more of a cool white. Soulblight's a little more of a warm white, but there's not a whole lot of difference. I just felt like Soulblight Grey flowed better. Watch bases dry in real time, guys. Oh, man. Well, that's exciting. Just a wash. I don't need it then. Just take Silicon Gray and thin it. Yeah, I wouldn't use Apothecary White on something like Iron Warriors anyway. Soulblight Gray is different from a like a black or gray wash. It is a white contrast paint. Similar to, it has like the similar role as Apothecary White. Yeah. But no, I think if you're painting white helmets, I think a thin down like black or gray wash is probably the way to go. Yeah, thin it down a lot and just get a little bit of the shadows. Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it anyway. Well, guys, we finished these today. They took a little longer than I expected, but I will probably get these shipped out tomorrow on their way so this gentleman can be ready for his tournament. Gun Platoon? Soon. Yeah, I have one, maybe 2 jobs in front of that one. So we'll see. But tomorrow I'll be working. I'll probably be assembling some minis. And then I might start painting another one. But yeah, and then we'll be back to painting. I have these they are 40K themed pugs, if that makes sense. You guys will see them tomorrow though. They're pretty wacky. And we'll assemble them tomorrow, and then I'll get them all primed and ready to paint. Maybe start painting them this weekend, and we'll try to get those done next week. Not quite sure how long they'll take. There's 6 of them. They're all different. They're pretty small minis, but we'll paint those, and then we'll get on to the next thing. So be a good time. But I'm gonna call it there. You guys have a good day reading all the speculation about Adepticon. And again, I am not going to be on Twitch streaming. They're not to scale. No, Zen. No. They're bigger than normal scale, like to what these guys are. But we'll be playing it next Wednesday at the Patreon Hangout. Is where we're gonna watch this as a Patreon group. So, but I will be on for Hangout tonight. So if you are a Patreon member, come chill tonight in the Hangout. And just be painting and chilling. But you guys have a great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.